All right, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy AO Black, and you're tuning into episode 3 of Black Talk. Now, if you see me, I got a little bit more energy than I did last week. You know, my man Reverend Lyons, I gotta sometimes tone my energy down so he can bring his energy up. But that's my guy right there. But today, I'm extremely excited, man. I'm happy today. I got I got Oak Cliff legend, man. I got South Oak Cliff legend, man. I got Mavs Maniac legend. I have Cowboys legend, Maverick legend. I got the man, the myth, the legend, Big Rob Maiden in the building. You know, some people call him Robert Maiden, but I call him Big Rob. This is Big Rob to me, man. Y'all missing most Big Rob.
Yeah,
Big Rob, how's it going today, man?
What's up, Black? I'm happy to be here and supporting you, bro.
Oh, I appreciate it so much, man. You know,
You're like a son to me, man.
Yes, sir.
So I'm proud of you, man. So excited
it.
to be here and busy as I'll get out, but you know, you called. I had to be here, man. I got you.
And it was crazy because I called Rob. I said, hey, man, if I ask Big Rob to come on the show, you think he'll come? You're like, I don't know, man. I called him and asked him. So I said, man, I was like, man, I'm just gonna call.
Yeah.
And I said,
yeah.
you know, I said in the first episode, I like, you know, Big Rob to come on the show. I just said they just out of hopes that you would come on the show.
Yeah.
But
you spoke it into existence. See what I'm talking about?
At all times, I'm always do that every time.
Yeah.
But man, you know, for those out who don't know what Black Talk is all about, Black Talk is simply where I bring people on from the city, and I ask them one question, which is, what is it that you do around the city?
Yeah.
So now I know what you do around the city,
Yes,
but
sir.
for the people that don't know, go ahead and tell them, you know, what it is that you do.
Yeah.
Now he wears a lot of hats, y'all. So
Yeah.
get the pen and paper out.
It's quite a few. It's quite a few hats, but the one I think I'm most known for is the Mavs and Mavs Maniacs and season number 24.
24 years.
Yeah.
From now.
How old are you, Black? Like
I'm 30. I just turned 30.
Isn't that crazy, man?
Oh, Big Rob in the studio.
We can't afford to break things, man. I am not gonna ask the Mavs or Cowboys to pay for this, so I will keep my hands in my pocket from now on. That's it. Okay, we back. I almost have to call my partner. All right, we back. I think I got this.
This is great for the episode.
Oh my God, man! Edit this out, please.
This is great.
Yeah. So Mavs Maniacs, 23 years. I'm also an accountant for America's team.
Yeah, we're rocking the stars every day.
Yeah. And also a third job, which is running the Cowboys, which is like another entertainment team under the Cowboys umbrella. So we represent at all home games. And if you go to a home game in AT&T Stadium, then you know who we are.
Yes, sir. Now, you know, we try to keep this episode under an hour,
Yes,
but
sir.
I don't care nothing about no time.
Okay.
This week, I'm going to ask questions because I got a lot of stories on my mind. You know, before we came here, when we came in the studio, he asked, like, you never said what we're going to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
I do that on purpose.
Okay.
So I get everything authentic. I want everything natural. I want all that you have to be right off the top of your head.
Yeah.
That's what I want. So, you know, you work with the Cowboys, work with the Cowboys, you work with the Cowboys, you work with the Cowboys,
Yes, sir.
you work with the Maniacs, you
Yes,
work with
sir.
the Mavericks. So, for the people that don't know, how did you get to the Mad Maniacs?
Man, this is it's a long story. I'm going to try to make it as short as possible. So, Mark Cuban, shout out Mark Cuban.
Shout out Mark Cuban.
Mark Cuban, in 2002, I'm starting to forget the timeline, but I think it was, 2002. He's at a game back when the Seattle Supersonics had a team.
Okay.
And there's a big guy pop up on the Jumbotron. The crowd goes crazy. And he looks over at his marketing director and he goes, man, if they love one guy, they would love like 6. And of course, you know, his marketing director, like, please be joking, bro. Please be joking. And he's like, no, I want to do it. Like, let's just do it for a playoff game. Let's get like 6 or 7 big guys and see if we can make something funny happen on the court. And so from that point, they got with the director of the Mav Dancers, Shella Sadler. Shout out, Shella. And from there, bro, they decided to do an audition. And they put out ads. We're looking for beefy guys. They use the term beefy, you know, and the beefy guys that like to have fun and want to get on the court and do a dance. Like, the goal was to win playoff tickets. Yeah. Ultimately, that's all it was. So, of course, that wasn't going to pull me in. Like, I was not going to go from, like, I was a big Mav fan just watching games. Yeah. That was about the end of it. I really couldn't afford to go to the game. So, out of there, they did the audition. Somebody on my job Shout out Ann Pullen. I love you, Ann. She saw this ad, filled out an application, FedEx the application to the Mavs, and she's like, I hope he get this. And they called the house, and my wife thought it was the Cowboys. Keep in mind, this is before I worked for the Cowboys. So my wife thought it was the Cowboys. She goes, the Cowboys are, somebody from the Cowboys call you on that they got your application. And I was like, oh, man, somebody's pranking me. So I'm just going to go with it because I thought it was one of my friends messing with me. They knew how much I love the Cowboys. Oh, you're messing with me. Then I find out it's the Mavs, and we got your application. I said, well, okay. And they were like, so we will see you at the audition. And I was like, okay. I hung up, like, thinking it was a prank, but nobody ever told me it was a prank. And I just let it go. 3 or 4 weeks later, a lady on the job walk up. She goes, hey, did you hear from the Mavs about an audition? I was like, how do you know? How do you know about that? And she goes, all right, listen, I feel like I have an application for you, and I need you to go. And I said, to do what? You're going to dance. And I was like, why would you think I'm just like, because you're so much fun in this office. Like, you are the light bulb in this office. That would be so great for you. And I was like, I ain't going to be able to do that. Get in front of all the people. Like, she's like, do you want to play out tickets? I was like, yeah. She's like, Rob, please go. I was like, when is it? It's today. And I said, like, you think I'm going to go home and then come back? Like, where's the audition? Like, she showed me all the stuff, and I was like, man, let me just go. I go in my work clothes. I got on some khakis and a button down. You don't go to an audition like that. So I walk in, and I see all kind of people. I see guys with their kids, guys with their wives. We had a one thin guy. His name was Bones. He had like 15 people, and they had signs, and you put him on the team. And it was about 40 of us. And what they did was they put 3 dancers on stage and brought us up in numbers of 5. And they went, hey, see if you could keep up with the dancers. They play the music, keep up with these steps. They taught us some steps, keep up with it. So I do it a couple of times. And as they start to eliminate guys, I see a lady telling her husband, you better get these tickets. Like, he's nervous, bro. He's sweating. He's like, I don't know. Like, I didn't know I was going to have to learn all these dances. She's like, you better get those tickets. So my competition kicked in where I was like, not only was I encouraging him, you're going to make the team, I'm going to make the team. We're going to make it. So now I was thinking in my mind, what will happen if I actually really dance hard? So all of a sudden, I'm really trying to make all these rounds because I'm embarrassed. Again, I don't know what I signed up for. I'm just sitting here.
You really didn't sign up. Somebody signed you up.
Yeah, I was in here dancing. So they get to the final 13, and they were like, it's something about every last one of y'all we like, so we're going to stop there. And I said, well, what exactly does that mean? It said, you guys are going to be the Mavs Maniacs. Now, the job is 1 game, 2 playoff tickets, and you get a hamburger. Okay, cool. I'm good. So, man, we learned this dance called It's Raining Men in these yellow raincoats with umbrellas. Now, keep in mind, Black, this is before people had these cell phone videos on. Like, our early stuff is all on VHS.
Yeah.
Nobody's dancing. So all of this stuff is a shock to the crowd. So we put this show together. We go out there. They press play on that music. You see 13 dudes with umbrellas wondering, what in the world is this in a basketball game? And, man, the song goes, It's Raining Men. We expose our bellies halfway through, and the crowd go crazy, man. From there, it's like we see people standing in the audience clapping. You never see anything like this. So after the game, we were like, man, what in the world did we just do, man? We don't know. Like, I don't know, but this was fun. Let's get the tickets. And, man, it was great meeting y'all. We had a great time. So we thought it was over. Mm-hmm. We all got emails. Hey, you want to do that next round? We're going to have you guys next round. Well, yeah, y'all going to give us burgers again? Like, we'll come back. You can give us tickets and burgers, and we'll do it again. So we go back. We do that second round. Same love reaction from the crowd. And, it's like, so we go there and blow the crowd away the second time. So we really think it's over now. And we get a letter over the summer saying, hey, man, like, people talk about y'all more, not more, but almost as much as they talk about the game.
Yeah.
And, there's got to be something we could do around this. So we're going to be thinking of ideas. Y'all just work on your bellies. Just keep getting bigger. Like eat. Like when you when you think you've eaten enough, eat a little bit more. And that was the gimmick, was just being these big guys that was going to surprise you and do these 8 counts. So it was literally like I was going to say not frat in college, but you know, the big group that's at the game that's cheering. They got the face paint on. Yeah, the student section. It's exactly the same, except you add 8 counts.
Yeah.
And nobody was doing it. And I always blow people away, man, that we've been here this long, Black. We've been doing this. When we started, Michael Jordan was playing.
That's crazy.
When we started, there was no LeBron.
Hey.
It always blow people away. Like I always tell people that, like, yeah.
It is true. Yeah.
So LeBron wasn't here. He came in the next year. So it's crazy that, you know, something that started as such a joke and as something you're just going to do one time has turned into 23 seasons. This will be number 24. And now we're like these fan favorites. It's not even for social media. Like, it's weird, Black. Like, we've seen a lot of levels of life kind of change because you got into the social media world and era and all of that. When we started, nobody was dancing. There was, like, maybe one reality show on TV. And so it
Real
shocked
world,
people.
probably like
Yeah. So it shocked people that we were doing this. And it blew up in the NBA, man. They were like, we want every team to do this. And before we knew it, man, the Chicago team, they had some big boys. They got Beefcake on the Lake was the Golden State Warrior dudes. Houston had the Tundra. You know, stadium was called Toyota Center.
Yeah.
So they would put these big dudes in the back of a Toyota Tundra truck and let them kind of, like, they didn't really do a lot of dancing and stuff like that. Like, I think Atlanta still have a team. And, like, we started a phenomenon. So we were the very first hip-hop, like, crew, big man. And, Black, I'll put it like this. Imagine how hard this must be. If I asked you to start a group, it would be hard just stopping right there. Yeah. Then I say, I want you to make this group be multicultural. Yeah. I want white, Black, Hispanic, Filipino. You know, I want everything. I want this group to go from 18 to 50. Bro, there is no way. And I want them to average 300 pounds. I'm out.
You want me to do some extremely hard work here.
I'm out. And somehow we're here, man. And when I tell you this is the most dynamic group of guys, bro, they are unbelievable. And the more people get to know us or get close to us, you know, they're like, man, y'all are – more people should know about you. Now, we do have a documentary. I keep telling people the documentary is coming. It's coming. And there's a documentary that kind of take you from 0 to 100. We have a couple. The Mavs did a really good one for us a few years ago. But we have another one that's coming out, and it's going to take you from 0 to 100 as to who we are and why we do what we do, because it's so different than what people in the entertainment world is trying to do, because most people want to blow up. Most people are doing this for a financial gain, or they're doing it to, you know, just be on top of what they're doing. Right. And everything we do is literally for the people that show up at the game. Yeah. That's it. And it all happened organically. Now, when I say it happened organically, what makes it so crazy is the levels that we hit. Like, we've been to 5 All-Star games. The first international All-Star game in Toronto, Canada, Shenzhen, China, Shanghai, China, Abu Dhabi. Like, these are all things from a man that
was at a game, saw one dude and turned into a whole team.
Yes.
Because y'all also been on national TV as well. Y'all was on America's Got Talent.
America's Got Talent, man.
Then y'all was on Kevin Hart's show. What was
it? It was What the Fit.
Yeah.
And that was a big one, man. We enjoyed Kevin Hart, but real quick on the America's Got Talent, it was crazy. There was no reason we should have made it all the way to, like, we made it on the Dallas round. Like, I knew we would do well in Dallas because it's Dallas. Yeah, it's our crowd. Yeah. Even the host on the show, they didn't know why the fans were going so crazy. Like, why y'all going so crazy over these dudes, you know? But once we danced, then all the producers were like, Oh yeah, yeah. We taking this to Vegas. If we don't do anything, we take it to Vegas.
Yeah.
So we go to Vegas, and then we make it to Hollywood, bro. On the top, they went through 70,000 acts, and I was like, there's no like. We do this at night, bro. We got day jobs, real jobs, families. Like, we are really working men in the community. You name it. We are those guys. But we're on stage with people that do this 24/7. Real musicians, real comedians. One guy made a tiger disappear. First of all, where you get tiger from, bro? Like, but we didn't care. We were just happy to be there. You gave us 9 days in Hollywood, and it was a ride of a lifetime, man. It's unbelievable the stages that we've been able to be on, but I can't really stress this enough, like how blessed we are. And grateful is my word. That's the word I use, Black, because it makes no sense, man. I walk the same halls, you know, of South Oak Cliff, you know, just this dude from Oak Cliff, man. And the levels that we've been able to reach are insane.
What's crazy about the Mad Maniacs too is y'all are all middle-aged men.
Yeah, yeah. We weren't always, but we are now.
Well, now y'all are.
Yeah,
but when y'all first started, y'all were younger.
Yeah.
But y'all go to the game. We go to the games now and see y'all. Y'all are up there in age. Well, have gotten older.
Yeah.
Let's say it like that.
Yeah. No, we're up there in age.
Yeah, y'all have gotten older. Like these are not 20-year-old men or 30-year-old men anymore.
That's right.
You know, and they have to really give them they all every night they go out there and do it.
Yeah.
To actually go to a game and the wall y'all on, y'all by the drum line, by the Mavs drum line. It's people coming over there the entire game to take pictures, look at videos, do everything.
Yeah, yeah.
You
like
know,
the fans, man. I tell you, the love we get, and to let you know how much we mean in the community representing the Mavs. Last year we did 238 community events. Dang. That's outside of the games. That's outside of being a husband. That's outside of being a dad, and outside of your day job. We still did 238.
That's a lot.
And that shows our commitment not only like to the Mavs but to the community. Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you, man, the smiles. Black, you get to walk anywhere in life, and when people see you, when people look at you, their face light up. Yeah. That's an unbelievable feeling, man. And people always ask me, like, dude, how long you gonna do this? Like, why are you still doing it? Why are you still doing it? It's because they don't know. Like, they don't know the hard work, number one. Right. But they don't know the blessing and the grateful. Like, you don't get to make people feel that way. Most people look away from you when they see you. Yeah. But to see people face light up, and when I tell you, and I tell the Maniacs this, like, I wish they could hear some of the things fans say to me. I have had fans cry on my shoulder, you know, with regards to how we make them feel. Yeah. And especially after they get to know us and know what kind of people we are, dude, they really love us. I had a guy ask me, his grandmother, man, she just was obsessed with us. And she passed away. And he wanted to know how we felt about putting the poster in her casket. Mm-hmm. Like he wanted to put our poster in her casket, man. Like, the level of fan love has been, it's almost, the best way to describe it is it's almost an addiction. Yeah. That, you know, how do we get here, number one, but then number two, just thank you, God, because it's just crazy, bro. That's all I can tell you.
Yeah. So, since we're talking about the Maniacs, what is one of your favorite Maniac moments, or what's your funniest Maniac moment?
It's so many. It's so many. Black, and I should have this stuff already propped up in my head. It's so many, man. You know, the championship year was crazy. I don't know if I could pick a moment. You know,
or what's a funny Maniac story? I've heard some of them.
Yeah. I don't know if I want you to get it. Don't you do it? Well, you know, damn. I'll tell you this. Like, I think one of the more surprising things, I'll tell you that, one of the more surprising things for me is I didn't realize the love ladies have for big dudes. Yeah. Okay? Listen, man, I was skinny in high school, but I gained weight after high school. So as a big guy, I really didn't get this attention from the ladies. It wasn't like the ladies just seeking you out, or where you go somewhere, it's like, you know, bro, we became a part of this team, and the level of love from the ladies are insane, insane. And keep in mind, Black, we open our shirt and expose a 300-pound belly, and the ladies make noise. They make noise, bro. Try it on the street and see what happens. It ain't gonna work out. But somehow, you know, when we did it as a group, the love from the ladies and people, you're signing a poster and people put your phone number, you know, and all this stuff. So, of course, I'm married, happily married. Hey, babe. So, it blew my mind, the love from the ladies. Then I realized what it was. It was a couple of things. It was the access you had to the Mavs. Mm-hmm. It was the confidence, bro. Yeah. So, big boys, man, if I could tell y'all anything in life, have that confidence because the ladies love it. Yeah. And it don't really matter like how you feel, how you look or whatever. You will make a lady feel good by having confidence. Yeah. And I'm telling you, these big belly dudes have confidence that you would think in your mind like, bro, these dudes will take their shirt off anywhere. And it's like, you know, what's wrong with me? Like, what's wrong with me? I look amazing. It's like, I don't know if I call that amazing.
You know, I think y'all might have inspired Big X to plug because he refused to wear a shirt.
Yeah. He's confident, and I can assure you, he got no shortage of ladies. and yeah, man. So you know, that was one thing that really blew my mind about it, but the ride and the access, the love we get from the organization, it's just been unbelievable. Sam Marshall told me, our ex-CEO, she told me in my meeting with her, my first meeting with her, she said, do you understand what a ministry you guys are? Mm-hmm. And, man, I really hung on to that word. Like, that's what it is. Yeah. That's what it is. We make people feel better. It's my job. When I leave you, I need you to leave. Well, I like that dude, man. Big Rob's so fun. Like, it's my way. Yeah. And that's just been my everything, bro. And these dudes are so incredible. And Black, we talented, bro. We talented. We do but like we do a little bit of everything, and that's what's crazy. So there's a little bit of dance, but we do try to put some twist in there that make real dancers say, okay, then I see you. I see you. That's the fun of it. But we are a one-stop shop, bro. We have the crystal shirt. We call it Boy Dazzle. So our stuff is Boy Dazzle because it gets the ladies. It gets everybody's attention. That was the main thing of why we did it. Then we Boy Dazzle ourselves up. We do our own music edits. Like I have to learn how to do the music edits. We do our own choreography. Like we are a one-stop shop, but we have to learn how to do it on the job. Mm-hmm. If you want to be good at it, you know, we learned from Shella. Like she taught us things, and we had a few other dancers teach us things in the early years. Yeah. And we ran with it from there. Like, okay, I'm doing this at 1, 2 in the morning, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it's crazy, bro. It's like a middle-aged man. Yeah. And I'm in here working on these 8 counts, man. And I asked my boys one day, I said, dude, are y'all embarrassed, man, by your dad? And they both told me, like, for some reason, Dad, y'all was always cool to my friends. Like, nobody even, because I cannot imagine if I was 15 or 16 and my dad's out here with a cut-up shirt on with crystals on. You about to get it.
Because the first time I seen y'all perform, y'all came to the high school doing our prep rallies.
Okay.
And Rob had never told me any of this. Because at this time, you know, me and Rob, we just became friends. Okay. But we cool, but we ain't just close like how we are now.
Yeah.
So he didn't tell me you was coming up there. I said, all right, we at the pep rally, we got the Mavs Maniacs.
Yeah, okay.
Now, at this time, I had never been to a Mavs game.
Oh, wow.
So I had never even knew nothing about it.
Yeah.
So I come off from there, and I was like, all right, just some big dudes finna start dancing. Then y'all do the pop out, and it's like, I said, oh.
Yeah.
And Rob like, that's my dad right there in the front. I said, who? I said, he's like the big dude in the front. That's my dad. I said, no way.
Yeah.
And then you got on the mic, and you like, yeah, my son over there in the band on the drums. And he started waving his hand. I said, he's serious. Yeah. I said, oh, that's crazy, man. But it wasn't like everybody like, you know, coming to him like, yo, your dad do that for real? Yeah. Like it wasn't, I could tell from at least being experiencing with him, he like, nah, it wasn't no embarrassment or nobody making fun. It's like, yo, that's cool what your dad doing. It's funny, you know, it's fun. You know what I'm saying?
It's really crazy, man. And I feel so blessed, and I appreciate that. I feel like the one thing that they've been able to experience, all three of my kids, but really my two sons, they've been able to experience the ride of it.
Yeah, because they've danced with you before.
So many times.
Yeah.
And I mean, Black, that's a whole nother segment by itself, the blessing of having them dance. So having them dance with me, and just the one main story that a lot of people that are close to us know about is, you know, I got one extra ticket to go to the NCAA Final Four. You know, I go to the Final Four. And, you know, I tell my son, like, look, they may ask us to dance. Like, they know we're here.
Yeah.
Because we had already done it at Cowboys games. And, you know, he always is like, I'm down. He didn't care. Like, Pop did not care. He always like, I don't care. Rob was like, I'll do it. I may not do it. I'll do it, you know. But Pop was always, I'm down. Man, we see the camera pop up on us. We pop up and we start dancing. Well, I noticed, here's what the goal was. They wanted the college students in the student section to dance against us. So they would go to the student section, come back to us. Go to the student section, come back to us. Well, the kids wasn't dancing because they always like, why is this dude dancing? Like, so they couldn't believe that I'm doing these dance moves. And so they just watching. And so they decided to leave the camera on us. So I'm trying not to look at the big screen while I'm also talking to him while we're dancing. I said, hey, man, they keeping it on. It's a long time. So I said, let's do Thriller. He's like, I don't know Thriller. I was like, you know Thriller. Let's do Thriller. 5, 6. So we do Thriller, man. And the crowd go crazy. And when we're done, he's 15. I look at him and I say, this is going to be one of the craziest days of your entire life. So from this moment, starting right now, just soak it in. And I said, listen to me, I'll do all the talking, because I looked around and I saw people start to realize where we were. We were way at the top of that stadium. Yeah. They started giving us standing ovation. Well, before I knew it, the usher came over there. He said, hey, man, there's like 10 reporters up here that want to talk to you. So can you guys, because they can't come down here. So I told him, I said, listen, I'll do all the talking. I could tell he was so nervous, man. He got up there and it was lights in our face. Like, who are you? Is this your dad? Like, who? Like, did y'all put this together? Was this pre-planned? Like, they started asking all these questions. I was like, oh my God, like, this is unbelievable. He told me, Dad, I don't feel good. I don't feel good. I said, hang in there, man. Hang in there. I got it. I told the people, like, just talk to me. Don't ask too many questions. Just talk to me. He's like, I got to go to the bathroom. He's going to hate me for telling this story. He go to the bathroom. I'm just doing all the interviews. And he come back and he's like, I still don't feel good. And I was like, man, I have to realize, Black, that he went from nobody knowing who he was in that arena to 80,000 people knowing who he was. Yeah. And it was overwhelming. Everybody's patting him on the back. Nice dancing. That was really good. We enjoyed it. And these people are not from Dallas, because it was UConn versus Kentucky. Oh, so this stadium is filled up.
Yeah, with visitors, outsiders.
Right. So they ain't seen nothing like this. Yeah. You know, and so for them, it's like, that was crazy. Like, how do we get more? Like, who are you guys? And so we went on with our life, bro. I said, you want to go home? You're going to regret it, because this is going to be the biggest day of people patting you on your back so far in your life. But he want to go home. So we left before the game was over. Yeah. By the time I got home, we were on TMZ, bro. And Rob was like, my friend say you on TMZ. And I was like, ain't no way we on TMZ. Not only were we on TMZ, it was TMZ say the father and son iconic moment at the Final Four. And there's an update at the bottom. And this man is Rob Maiden, and this is his 15-year-old son. So I was like, they found all that information out in California. That's crazy. Before I got home, bro.
And 8 hours behind.
Ooh, it was just unbelievable. But from that moment, Black, and so, you know, I'm gonna try to shorten this story. I'm sorry, y'all. So the next morning, I take him to school. When I get to the job, keep in mind this is at AT&T Stadium. So my bosses, my coworkers, they all proud of me. Man, that was so good. That was perfect, man. You and your son, y'all always dancing, but this is really good. You know, and my phone's New York, Chicago, LA. I'm not answering. And then one of my friends like, man, you gotta answer the phone. Because it's back to back. So I answer the phone. This guy's like, hey, I'm from the John with the Today Show, and I'm not gonna hang up until you say you'll be on the Today Show tomorrow. And I said, man, he's like, I got plane tickets for you. I just need you to say yes. And I said, sir, like, I literally just dropped my son off. I'm at work. He said, listen, I want to explain to you what a viral video is. Now, keep in mind, this is 10 years ago. Yeah. So for it to be a viral video, you have to jump on it like immediately because something else gonna be viral next week or whatever the case may be. Right. So, and nowadays, something gonna be viral in the next hour. So, but back then they were like, he said, if I'm calling you from New York, I'm sure you're getting calls from all around the country. And I was like, I cannot believe this, bro. And I said, just let me call you back. And he said, will you come to the show? I said, yes, I'll come to the show. But I couldn't commit to that. So I asked my boss, like, hey, man, they want me. He goes, you're going. So, and the Cowboys, is like, I got so many awesome stories about how amazing, you know, my Cowboy coworkers are. But they were like, yeah, you're going. And I had to go pick him up from school. All of a sudden, you do this viral dance the night before. The next morning, by 9 o'clock, your dad dropped you off at 7.
Yeah.
By 9:30, I'm picking you up with a TV camera behind me because Channel 4 would call me and they were like, where are you? We just gonna come follow you. So this is how crazy this was.
I didn't know this part of the story.
Yeah, it's crazy. So I go get him out of the class. It's like, hey, come on, Trey. And I said, before we turn this corner, I know there's a TV camera there because they can't bring the camera into school for many reasons. But they were waiting on me to open the door outside. So I told him, you know what we did last night with the dance? I said, why do you think I'm back at your school right now? He goes, Dad, I don't know, man. I just hope I'm not in trouble, man. Like, I was like,
Trey probably was. I was in trouble.
Yes, you at the school acted up. But I told him, I said, listen, we did what's called a viral video. People are going crazy. My phone is ringing off the hook. But we on our way to New York, man. We going to the Today Show. And he's like, we're going to New York? And I was like, yeah. Man, he just kind of lost it. Like, he fell in my arm. Like, woman, don't cry, man, don't cry. The camera loved that, bro. He zoomed in. And it was just one of those family moments, man, that you'll never forget. So we went to the Today Show. When I tell you I got calls from the Steve Harvey Show, the Queen Latifah Show, we got calls from Arsenio, how he had his show, his second running of his show back then. And bro, it was just unbelievable. I couldn't keep up with the calls. I couldn't keep up with the radio people. I literally just talked to people that I knew from being in the Maniacs, some of the reporters and stuff that I knew. But I will never forget how amazing that was. And I got story after story, but I know I'm using up all the time.
Oh, no, this was the point of the show. I'd already told people in the first episode, I told Trey G, I was like, yo, man, when I had Big Rock come on the show, he going to talk. And that's what I want him to do. Yeah. I said, because he's not going to leave you with like a whole bunch of meaningless chatter. He's actually saying something that, you know what I'm saying, could motivate somebody. Which brings me to my next topic is this. How important do you, now I know I already know the answer to this, but how important do you think it is for young black men to be influenced by positive older black men?
We need it, man. We need it in so many ways, Black. I want to tell you one of my proudest moments at the Cowboys. It's funny I can't just pinpoint one Maniac story, but I do have a real huge highlight to me with the Cowboys. So I am almost on my 19th year doing accounting for the Cowboys and paying all of Jerry's bills.
You gonna play Michael?
Yeah. No comment. No, it's really been like the joy of my life to work for my favorite team, and it's been so wonderful. The love that not only I have for the organization and the family, but the love that I get back. But this story, man, just blew me away. So South Oak Cliff win the state championship. Was it 2 years ago? It was a couple years ago or something. They were doing a tour at the Star. My boss said that as they tour the Star, they're going to stop in different areas to see, like, who's over IT, who's over the scouting department, so they picked people to speak to the team. Yeah. When they got to accounting, he chose me. And, bro, I was floored.
Did he know you went to side?
Yeah, he knew.
Okay,
He knew. So he said, is your school number one? But he was like, we'll be honored to have you speak for the whole accounting department. So it's like 50 of us now. So, bro, when I started talking to them kids and looking in their eyes, these young African-American and Hispanic young men, or, all races. But anyway, that particular day, I'm looking at the kids and, bro, I could see myself. I remember being in the same hallways they were in and realizing back then, not only do you feel like people care. People didn't really come to the school to see you. You really didn't see celebrities. You really didn't. You didn't feel the love. You didn't. I mean, we just didn't feel it. That's just the honest truth. And for me to be speaking to them, it hit my spirit that not only did I walk those hallways, not only do I do the Mavs Maniac, they didn't know anything about that, but I had that in the back of my mind that I'm an accountant for the Dallas Cowboys. And when my boss announced me, he pretty much told them, y'all look around. Any of this stuff y'all like, this man paid for it. He wrote the check for it. Not out of my pocket. Not out of my pocket. Let's get that straight. But it just really touched my heart to be able to speak to them and know I came from where they came from, and then be able to let them know that there is no one that could tell you the levels you could reach in life. You better understand this, that no one can stop you. If you really got a dream to do something, it may not happen over here. Go to the next door, go to the next door, go. You're going to be told no so many times, bro. Yeah. You will be told that. I love talking to people, young people, just to make sure they know that where you are today is not where you're always going to be, man. This all going to be a blink. Like if I ask you right now, hey, you know, what happened when you first got the gram? You'll say, well, shoot, like it start to fade, you know, but you realize your whole life is just seasons, you know, different seasons, different times of either growth or a step back. Yeah. And my goal, man, that day was just make sure. And I was like, I could just see in their eyes, they were like, I don't really know what they were thinking, but I was just so honored. I was honored that not only is this my school, but they get to see somebody that looked just like them have an important job. And I used to not really believe that my job was all that important because, you know, it's the payable side of accounting. But when you really look at what you take care of and what you represent, that my Cowboys journey is massive. And, you know, anytime my wife comes to the job, she always go, my God, the people love you here. They all love you. Yeah. And I said, man, let me go on and bust my own balloon a little bit. I said, you want to know why they love me so much? She's like, why? I said, I always have money. I'm always the dude. I said, when I go by any office, it's always this. Big Rob, come here, man. What's up? Come on, have a sit down with me, man. How you doing? How the family doing? I said, you know what would be the opposite if I was carrying bills, bro? Like, it would be like this. Oh, there he comes.
Big Rob, come on. Go on, keep walking, man. Keep going.
So, man, it's been such an honor to not only work for them and then do the entertainment side. I don't even know how much time I've been taking up here.
Go ahead. We got time.
I not only doing accounting for 19 years, for about 10 years we've been doing the Cowboys thing, and we've been
it's been 10 years already?
Yeah, it's been more than that. Really, as long as the stadium's been there.
Oh.
And what happened is it's like, hey, one of my buddies is like, hey, why don't you know, help us with game entertainment, Mr. Maniac? And I was like, well, what do you want? It's like, I don't know, like, you want to do something? It's like, well, yeah. So I started with just bringing my son, you know, and I have one other maniac, and then we would just jump up and dance during the games. And from there was like, okay, let me bring 5 dudes with me, and we will kind of do a similar show of what we do at the Mavs, but this is so different because the Cowboys are so big. Yeah. That our season ticket holders are from around the world, literally. And these people don't know anything about the Mavs Maniacs. Yeah. So in their eyes,
this is new.
We are all, yes, it's all new, and they are like, why are big dudes dancing? Why are y'all like do y'all practice in the parking lot? Like the conversations that we have with people at the games is crazy. But we are so successful at it, Black, that it takes us 2 hours to get to the car after the game from fans wanting pictures, because you got to think about 80,000 people. This place is so packed with folks that it's 5 times the AAC. So it's crazy, or 4 times the AAC, but it's crazy, you know, the amount of people that we're affecting when they put us on that screen. You're bigger than life when you hit the AT&T. That screen's so massive, man. You're probably about the size of a school bus. So, and we are literally, because we're big. But the ride of the Cowboys, man, has been so totally different from the Mavs Maniacs because we're more costumey. Yeah. But it also transitioned into me being able to work with the iconic Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders. Yeah. Black, we have now done over 100 shows with the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders. So I do Christmas shows. Like, this is a busy man you're talking to.
Yeah, I told you he wear many hats.
But the blessing of, you know, and I pray that everybody's watching, you know, making the team on Netflix right now. That's such a good show and gives you a lot of insight into what these ladies go through to try to make it to this team from around the world. Yeah. They come. And for us to have not only the invite, but the love they give us to not only perform with them. One of my guys, he told me, he said, man, I don't know how to tell you this. Like, this has just been so much fun. And do you see the growth? And I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, well, we used to dance in the end zones on the platforms. And I was like, yeah. He goes, then they let us dance on the sideline. I was like, okay. He goes, Rob, the last 2 years you've dancing on the star in the middle of a Cowboys game. You're on the 50-yard line on the field. Yeah. And I said, I never looked at it like that. Like, I kind of need you to always kind of keep the things going, remind me and let me know because, you know, I although I don't take it for granted, I really just kind of go with the flow. And I know that it makes people smile. It makes people feel better. I know that God blessed me with that gift of, you know, just the humbleness. And that's what people tell me the most, that, man, we just pull for you because you want to see somebody with that heart, with that mindset win because, you know, we see so much of the other stuff, you know, not like no knock on what people are doing to reach the levels that they want to reach. But ours is not about money. It's not about clicks and views. And that's what makes it so weirdly different. But these dudes are also so talented. And when I tell you they can do a little bit of everything, we could do a little bit of everything. Like, so there's a little bit of dancing. One of the guys was like, man, so there's some skiers, there's some ice skate. Like, we could do a little bit of everything. And then what really shocked people is we also can sing a little bit. So we got musicians for sure. We got musicians.
You one of them.
So, you know, I'll jump out into a song on you in a heartbeat. And I never really sing for the Mavs, so I don't even know how much the Mavs know. Like, my sing, but the Maniacs know because I wear them out. But yeah, one of the Maniacs, Red Tiger, he did the national anthem last year. You know, our anthem person wasn't there. Somebody. It was just a mix-up, so they missed the game. They were like, "Oh, what are we gonna do?" Which they could have easily played a track, but they chose us. And I really, you know, I can't thank them enough, man, to have that kind of trust. Because you want to talk about the scariest job? That's probably the scariest job there is. Yeah. And so I don't ever see my boy Tiger get nervous. I saw it that day, and I said, but then when you think about it, you're not just singing the anthem in there. It's you know, it's broadcast around the world because of NBA League Pass. So if you sign up for NBA League Pass, you get to see all of the breaks, the game breaks. So everybody in the NBA world, around the world, is seeing this anthem. And you got the entire crowd in the palm of your hand for about 2 minutes. Yeah, including the players, referee, players, owners, celebrities. Everybody's in the palm of your hand right there. It's like, I'm so glad I didn't tell him that before he started singing because that is so heavy weight
That's
on
pressure
you.
Right there.
And you are a meme forever. Yeah. I did him like this before he went. When I got there and they said, Tiger singing the anthem, I took off running. Like, dude, are you good? Are you good? Are you good? I got it. I know our confidence, man, confidence is up here. Yeah. Even when my confidence is like, I don't know if you're going to do this right, you know, but.
Because he could easily have a Shaka Khan moment.
Oh, my God. Because people don't realize the anthem hard to sing. You may mess those words up, bro. Yeah. And if you start too high, like I told him, like, bro, one word of advice. Do this. Oh, say. Put under. Oh, say. He kept doing it. And he's like, man, you so right. I said, because if you start high.
You got nowhere to go.
And the Rockets, you out of there, bro. Ask Carl Lewis.
Yeah,
you out of there. You out of there. So, anyway, I'm so proud of him. And we were able to, you know, we have so many different gifts. And we've been able to let that shine. And the celebrity list is crazy. We've pretty much met and either danced with or opened up for, like I opened up for Cedric the Entertainer. Like, and we had to teach him a dance.
Oh, yeah.
And so teaching him to dance, we sent him a video of a dance we wanted to do for his opening. And then he said, which one of the dudes was me in the video? And then we pointed him out like, it was him, it was him. Like, he's standing in your spot. And, you know, after it was over, like my wife, because she loves Cedric the Entertainer. So she was so like, she's like, man, I'm just so proud of y'all. Like, it's like nothing y'all can't do. And like I said, the celebrity list is crazy. So we was in a dressing room with Beyonce, and not just Beyonce, Destiny's Child, because we did the 05 All-Star game, and they literally just had Pipe and Drape blocking the room. So all of us, like, were huddled together. We all tried to watch it. He got everything closed, like, yeah. Stay away from her. But the celebrity list, I'm telling you, you name them, from Alicia Keys to Usher to Chris Brown. This is one of my highlights for one of my nieces, man, is that Chris Brown's at the Mav game, and they had me be his security. So it was crazy because the people in the back, it's like, man, y'all can't fan out. Like, that's for the fans out there. Like, we got to protect him. Like, he got up under me because when people realized, like, Chris Brown, they started screaming. Now, this is not now. This is
Chris Brown.
Some years ago. But we go out to the court, and the fans realize that it's Chris Brown
behind you.
And my niece, man, she was just losing it, man. She was like, Uncle Robert, if you ever did anything for me. And so, man, the celebrity list is crazy, and I couldn't even tell you, like, would I be starstruck by somebody? Like, at my age, I'm always more interested in seeing the older people. Yeah. Like, I got quite a few autographs so over the years, and of course you want to meet Jordan. I haven't. Like, that's the one thing I haven't met Jordan, but he was playing when we started, so I got a lot of pictures of him, like, up close. But as me and him breaking bread, never. But from Larry Bird to, I mean, you name the celebs or the iconic ball players. I got to tell you one more.
Go ahead. I got a story I want you to tell.
I believe our number one fan, NBA player fan, was the icon Kobe Bryant.
You took my question, man.
Yeah, sorry, man. Because it just popped in my head. People always ask me, like, who. In fact, I think the most love we've ever received from a group of players have been Lakers. Like, we went to L.A. One of my favorite I should have gave you this one. One of my favorite Maniac stories is it's a lot of Laker fans in Dallas. We know Laker Nation. Some guys came up to me and told me, this Fat Boy dance and stuff would never fly in the Staples Center. That was the name of their old arena. Yeah. It would never fly in L.A. Well, we got the call to do All-Star in L.A. I still got that in the back of my mind. Like, oh, man, we're going to get to go on this court. Now I'm going to really know. Because most time you will never get to check and find out if that's possible. Yeah. Do we go to L.A., we go out, we're doing this doctor routine. So we got a table set up. We break the table down, and we open these lab coats because we all doctors. We open the lab coats, and the crowd go crazy. I can't wait to see these dudes because I'm thinking in my mind, bro, not only did they cheer for us and go crazy for us, we got on Mavs logos on the Lakers court in L.A., and they cheered for us. Because right behind us there are brothers that they were the breakers for Golden State. Yeah. And, man, the crowd was booing because they got a big rivalry with Golden State. And everybody mad because Steph and Dre and Clay and Draymond was so good. So they got booed, and they were like, man, every time we go out here, like, we're getting booed. But it wasn't them that they were booing. They were booing the logo. Yeah, they were booing but the Mavs, they like, we're not mad at the Mavs. So they gave us all this love, man. Yeah. So I was like, man, I wish I could see those dudes, man, and let them know. Yeah, man, it did fly in L.A., bro. Like, there's nowhere our show won't work. It worked in China. There's nowhere our show won't work. They don't understand
what you're saying, for real.
That's right. That's right. But the oohs and ahs.
Yeah, and it's crazy because you have a video of you shaking Kobe's hand.
Yeah. So, God, I got so many stories. So the Kobe story, and when I mentioned that we get the most love from the Lakers is when we were in the L.A. for the All-Star game, Magic Johnson, bro. He not only stopped, like, it's one thing to see these celebs, but when they are acknowledging you and what you do, that makes it crazy. Yeah. So he came up to us. He was like, man, y'all came to L.A. to destroy us, didn't you? And so, like, we get to L.A. and we all, in the airport, we're on TMZ. That, like, we just grab your attention. Yeah. And so Magic Johnson, like, he takes his picture with us, and, like, I think I got 2 pictures with Magic. every time we see Shaq, we get the love and Shaq go, man, I'm going to dance with y'all, but he's not going to dance. He's not going to do it. I'm convinced he's not going to do it. But Kobe, man, it was All-Star 2010, whenever it was in Dallas. We had All-Star here, and it was Ice and Cole. Kobe Bryant being interviewed. We walking by Black, and Kobe Bryant says, hey, man, hey, come here. I was like, who? You. Man, Kobe Bryant calling me. Oh, Lord, what this is about to be. So I go over there, man. He stops the interview, and he go, I just want to tell y'all how much I love y'all, bro. Y'all are hilarious, man, and y'all are doing so much stuff up there during the game that if I'm ever on the bench, I can't stop watching y'all. And I tell the players, like, hey, man, look at the dudes. Like, these dudes are hilarious. He said, I just wanted to tell you that. When I tell you as a Mav fan, you don't like the Lakers, like, I literally always disliked Kobe, just strictly because he was a Laker. So I did not like Kobe, and all my friends loved him. That was another reason. I don't like him. I don't like him. My hate turned to love in a 1 second, bro.
Yeah.
I literally did the Martin where I looked him up and down, and I was like, Kobe ended up maniac behind me, like, oh, you love us so much, man. Give us those earrings and give us those shoes. And you're like, oh, y'all gonna undress me, bro. Y'all gonna undress me.
Let me guess what Maniac said there.
Yeah. It was a one love. It was a one love, bro. So, but from that moment on, like, we became kind of tight. So every time we was in a building that Kobe was in, whether it was All-Star or Mav game, we would stalk him, literally. And after the games, like, we typically take a few pictures with the fans, sign autographs, and go home. If we play the Lakers,
you going down to the bottom.
We going to see Kobe. Like, and sometimes, man, he would, do interviews. He would do so much stuff, and he ain't coming out for an hour 30.
Yeah.
It's like literally nobody down there, except the team officials, Laker staff, stuff like that. But every time you see us, bro, like, he's smiling and giving us love.
Yeah.
I recorded him 3 times giving us love. Had no idea we were going to lose him.
Yeah.
No idea, bro.
Yeah.
And, the shock that went around the world, especially the NBA world, we'll never forget that or really get over it. But my mom immediately told me those videos are now keepsakes. Yeah. And I was like, man, you sure right. Like, so I've been protecting them, like, with everything in me, man, to not lose them. Yeah. Got them saved a couple places, plus got it in my phone because it's the only way I can shut Laker fans down, bro. Because Laker fans say stuff to us. They loved it, like, no matter what. Now I got a new rivalry because of 77. But guys will say, man, the Mavs suck, the Mavs this, Mavs that. And it's like, well, one of our biggest fans is Kobe. Ain't no way. Kobe wouldn't ride with y'all. I showed the video. They go, bro, you know how cool that is, man. Man, respect, bro, respect. And I would say, lastly, Black, that's also one of the most amazing things that we've ever done is we turn opposing fans into fans of ours. Mm-hmm. And there's so many fans that show up to see their particular team. It don't matter who it is. John Morant, Memphis fans are there. If it's Phoenix fans are there. And a lot of them will look over at us. It's like, what is this? Y'all loud? Y'all dancing? By the end of the game, people go, man, like we love y'all, bro. We love y'all, man. Y'all so fun.
I done sat in the stands and watched it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I ain't gonna ask for a celebrity story because you gave me one already. Okay. Because I really wanted you to tell that concert story, how y'all snuck into the
oh my god.
I ain't gonna ask you that one.
Okay.
When you come back for the next episode, I'll ask you that one.
Okay.
Okay. Now, Rob always told me the story about how you in a band. First off, he's a South Oak Cliff alumni.
Yeah, go what year, baby. In 1986.
86, class of 86.
7 years old, baby.
So, you were in the band inside. All right. Can you tell me the story about how when the band got chased by those gangsters?
Dude, I don't know if I can. You know what? I guess I can. I don't know if I can tell that story like on the air, man. Like I really look.
Well, you don't have to say the guy who they were looking for name.
Yeah, no, I would never do that. I would never do that. But so, dude, we had a very unique, interesting high school life, and as do everybody, you know. But one of my more unique moments was, a group of dudes showed up during band practice on the field to check a guy that had upset one of them, sister or family member, whatever it was. It's like, you broke her heart, basically. And it's like, hey, we looking for, and the guy happened to be one of the drummers, but the guy, like, So we got the band director. It's so many kids that he got the speaker, so he's talking. He's like, what is the meaning of this? It's like 7 of them, and they all standing there like, we disrupting practice, so y'all tell us who this guy is. And they kept saying his name.
Yeah.
And he was doing this. Please, y'all, please don't tell him. Don't tell him, bro. Please, please. So it's like, don't say a word, bro. Do not. So he's standing there, it's like, if y'all don't tell us who he is, we gonna get all y'all.
And it's 7 of them.
7 of them and 90 of us. Bro, and we got instruments.
Yeah.
They start running towards us. Black. The entire South Oak Cliff band took off running. different directions, bro. Instruments and all. Like, some people dropped instruments, some people, like, it was unbelievable, man, to think about now that, man, we could have killed a dude, just hit him with a tuba or something. But our minds was like, run. So we already now. These were the school gangsters now, so it wasn't
they won't get y'all eventually.
Yeah, you was gonna catch it. It wasn't gonna end well if you would have did something. It wasn't gonna end well. But that is one of the crazier stories, of my high school life, and I got a bunch of those too. But it's been interesting, man, though, to go from that and what I get to do in life right now, and with the guys that I'm with, both families, the Mav families, the Cowboy family. I think one of the number one questions is people would ask me, and 2 billionaires, and which one the best to work for, Jerry or Mark? Like, people ask me that all the time. It's like, the question is way easier for me than and the main reason is I'll make it make sense to you by just telling you this. The Cowboys pay my mortgage.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. But ultimately, I feel so incredibly blessed, man, and the reason I carry myself like I do, Black, especially at this stage of life, is I know you watching.
Yeah.
I know my kids are watching. I know my daughter, she has 2 boys, or my grandsons. Like, everybody's watching.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that for a lot of my life.
Yeah.
And when they come to you and tell you how you make them feel or what an inspiration you are, it's like, I was just living. I didn't even know you were paying attention. Well, that's motivational for me, and it inspires me to, keep shouting out God, and keeping him, letting him lead the way. And it's been a ride of a lifetime, bro. So I appreciate you for having me on. I know, I'm going to take up all that time probably for 2 podcasts.
Yeah. I'm about to say, I'm like, I know these stories, and I know what kind of man you are. And I want to tell you this too, not just because you're on air, but I try to tell you this, tell you this all the time. I really appreciate you, bringing me in, you and your wife, first off. Yeah. Shout out LaDonna. She's a great woman, great man.
Yeah.
Y'all both took me in, not just as y'all son's best friend. Y'all took me in as y'all son.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Just another extension of y'all.
Yes, sir.
And it really, I really saw it when we met somebody, and you like, yeah, this is my other son, Black. Yeah. You was talking to you're like, oh, these my sons, Trey and Rob. Yeah. But you like, no, that one right there, that's my son too. Yeah. And a lot of people, what I'm saying, they kind of take people in as their own, but it really makes you feel good when somebody does it to you.
Thank you, man.
You don't have, no one has to do anything nice for you, and you do it not wanting to thank you or a pat on the back. You do everything you do out of genuine love.
Yeah. I do, man. You're so welcome, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, because you took me to my first Mav game. Yeah. Took me to my first Cowboy game. Yeah. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? when you got your championship ring,
yeah, man.
You didn't want nobody else to see it, but you like, well, Black, you want my sons too. Yeah. You gonna look at it. I was like, oh, I got the ring in my hand. Yeah. I was like, oh man. I started taking the run, but I wasn't gonna get far.
And Black, look, I keep saying lastly, but I'll be remiss not to mention my buddy Mark Thompson and his family. And you brought up the ring, but it's way more than the ring. He worked with Coach Carlisle to get me that ring, bro. Yeah. And it's just unbelievable. Something I was not expecting, and the story behind that is crazy. But this man has taken me on private jets so many times. Yeah. And one of the bigger ones for me was, we're gonna fly to Gremlin.
Oh yeah,
on a private jet, Black.
Yeah.
And guess what he did? He made sure the plane was gold, bro. They represented by wearing gold. Like, people,
he
like,
had the gold suit on.
You had on the gold outfits, but they have been so incredibly wonderful to me, man. It's like, I don't really feel like I deserve it, but I know that God's favor and his blessings and his grace is the reason that the stuff happens. But first of all, Gramblin's so small, they'll have an airport, so we got to fly to Monroe and then drive back to Graham. And that was like a, like a crazy moment where you going to your son's game. And, Herschel Walker is with us.
Herschel Walker,
he's an iconic football player. And it's like all these people are going with me to just support my son. Like, all because of their love for me. And it's like, I can't thank God enough. But, one of the reasons I act like I act is he give me so many insane blessings.
Yeah.
Man. And to the point, like you just mentioned a few things you get to do. This man walked up to me one day and he said, there's just a anointing on you, man. And he said, I don't know how to describe it. He said, I've been knowing you for a few years. He said, but I'm compelled to tell you that it's on you. He said, not only is it on you, it's on you to the point to where the crumbs that fall off you is going to bless people. And I think about that when people tell me, hey, man, thank you for letting me go to the game, or, and I try not to, because I can't do it for everybody.
Yeah.
So I try not to. Most people that ask me for tickets and stuff is like, man, I really don't have tickets. You got to remember, I got kids.
Yeah.
And I got a wife. Like, my wife, I couldn't do it without her. Yeah. So I'll be remiss not to mention Mark Thompson and all the blessings from him and his family. And then also my family, my wife, my daughter, my 2 sons. I could not do it without my wife. I did 1,000 consecutive Mav games, Black. You probably remember that when they stopped the game.
Made a whole announcement for it.
Stopped the game to bless me with that. You know how many years it took me to do that? That's 23 seasons. Yeah. And it's just,
they don't do that for the oldest person working in the building.
Black, I can't tell you the blessings, but I'm grateful. Mav family, Cowboy family, family, you. That's why I'm here, man. I'm literally here. I know this is the beginning for you, and I want to make sure you encouraged. I'm so glad you took the risk, that you stepped out to do this, because God is going to bless you, bro. And I'm going to speak it into existence. I believe it. I believe we're going to look back on this and be like, you remember when Big Rob came on there and did 3 segments in one? But my goal was, and I told my wife, like, I'm going. And I know I'm going to hear from some of my friends. There's quite a few people have asked me to do podcasts. You're the first. Yeah. You're the first. Well, no, I take that back. I did a couple for the Mavs, but I mean personal. Yeah, people called me and asked me to do them. And you're the first. And when you called, as busy as I am, I'll be working at midnight tonight because I stopped my day to come here and do it. The ultimate thing was to make sure you get the encouragement you need. And if my little presence can help,
thank God for it.
Hey.
Yes, now you say you brought up the trip to Grambling. We're going to say this last thing, then we're going to get out of here. It was crazy because I didn't know y'all were coming to the game. Okay. So me and Trey are up in the stands on the drum line in Grambling. We playing. We in the middle of a song. Actually, we battling Alcorn at the 0 quarter. We battling Alcorn. And I always pay attention to everything around. Okay. Even though I'm in the band, you pretty much safe in Grambling at the game. Sure. So I'm watching, for the carts to come down for the other band to come to the game. Uh-huh. So I see Dr. Purnell, and he's doing loops. Oh, he's doing so loops. Yeah. And he normally only does. He just come on down and park his car and go. Right. Dr. Thomas come, park his or really no, that's debate. Dr. Thomas didn't. He marched in with us. Okay. I see 2 more cars come down.
Yeah, like, who are these people?
I said, now. I said, who else is here? Yeah. Then I see you get closer to the band. I said, what is Big Rob? I turned around and looked at Trey. I said, what is Big Rob doing with a cart? Yeah. I said, anytime he comes to the game, you're behind us. Back. Yeah. Yeah. I said, he has a car. Who the man in the gold suit? I said, what's going on? Yeah. So then I get Dr. Purnell like, hey, go get Trey and tell him to come down here. I said, we in the middle of a battle. He's not coming. I know he's not coming. Yeah. So I sneak over there. I said, Trey, they want you downstairs. Your mom, Big Rob and all everybody down there. Yeah. He's like, man, they gonna have to wait. Yeah. I said, so I just go back to playing. I'm like, I ain't finna worry about it. Yeah. Dr. Purnell said, where he at? I said, he ain't coming down. He go over there and drag Trey. He had to drag him down. And I said, oh, man, Trey hot. He don't want to. Yeah. Because he know y'all there. And he know what's going on. It was just so funny to see. Yeah. They gave you your own personal. Don't nobody come to Grambling and get a band card. Yeah. Especially nobody who ain't never marched in the band. Yeah. And I'll tell you, I called Dr. Purnell. I called Trey first. And I said, Trey, listen, man. Like, we're going to hit Graham like superstars. And, like, we in, like, a Benz van. Like, I said, but here's the deal.
I don't want to ruin your experience in school.
Yeah.
You know, because there's a great chance you're going to go from, you know, the president don't really know who you are, but he going to know you after this, because there ain't no way you won't know this. I mean, my buddy and his wife, God rest his soul, the most unique human being I ever met. They were in Versace, head to toe, shoes, pants. But he wanted the gold in Versace to represent Graham.
Yeah.
So I said, dude, and we got Herschel Walker. Now, this was before he's doing all the politics stuff he's doing now, but he's always been one of the greatest football players to ever play coming out of Georgia. And so the people at Graham, I told them, we went to a restaurant, and he couldn't even eat for the people. They wondered, like, why are you in Louisiana? It's Herschel Walker. They taking pictures. So I called Dr. Purnell. I was like, man, I need a favor. Like, I don't be able to walk Herschel Walker through the gates because people are so excited that he's here. He's like, you got Herschel Walker? Bring him to me. Bring him to me. So he got Herschel Walker on that car. He driving everybody like, I got Herschel Walker, baby. And then people like, hey, let me tell you, no, I ain't got time to stop. I ain't got. Dude, I love Dr. Purnell so much, man. But I appreciate Herschel because they asked him to speak at halftime on the field and stuff. And, you know, they asked him, what are you doing? They just knew he was there for football. Yeah. And he said, I'm here for Big Rob's son. And man, I was just like, this is really crazy. Like, God, like the blessings that he's bestowed upon me that has went down to my kids is like, man, this, and a lot of times, Black, I ain't gonna lie, like I felt so unworthy and felt like there's people that work their butt off to get here, been dancing since they're 2 or 3, and they'll never get on these stages. Yeah. How in the world am I here? And it's nothing special. It's all because of his grace. And we do things that shocks people. Yeah. And that is a big deal, especially in a world that's kind of, you know, well, people are dancing at high schools and people are dancing at, you know, people are dancing in a lot of places. Yeah. So you got to have something so incredibly unique for people to stop. Yeah. And normally you got to be insanely good. Yeah. And we ain't that. We are, fellas are going to get mad at me for that.
But y'all extremely
we're
talented.
Funny. Yeah. Like we know our niche. We stay in our spot, bro. We stay in our lane. I don't get on here and start trying to tell you about X's and O's and Luka and who should be fired and all this stuff. Yeah. You know, I know how blessed I am to be where I am, the access that the team give us, the trust that they have. Yeah. You know, man, when I say everybody's watching, it's not just the kids, it's everybody. Yeah. Everybody. And we in a world of gotcha, you know, how dangerous it is for me to just be out taking pictures and you know, my arm go too low. Yeah. Or like it is so many ways to get in trouble out here. And, you know, I'm just grateful. I watch it. We talk about it all the time to try to just be careful with what we do. And it's been a ride of a lifetime, bro.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
All right, so we finally wrap it up now. Because I can ask questions all day. I really could. I really could sit. I can sit. I have sat with Big Rob for over 2 hours. Just asking questions, picking his brain on certain things.
Yeah. We normally have a little dinner in there.
Hey, I gotta bring a box of Williams. We're gonna sit and talk some more. What you doing Friday? Yeah. So
hey, football's back, man.
So he back busy. Yeah. So I got to catch him when he's free. Yeah. I thank God he was free today. Well, he made time to be free today. I truly appreciate it. Yeah, I really do appreciate this.
It's my honor. I gotta help you get there, bro. It's just the beginning. Yeah. I don't care if we get 2 views or 20,000 views. It's my goal to just help.
Yes, sir. Yeah. All right, so tell them how they can tell people how they can reach you, whether it's the Maniacs, Cowboys,
Yeah, I'm at Big Tall Rob. The Maniacs don't have a page. We use Mavs Off Court for all of our entertainment groups, but for me personally, at Big Tall Rob, pretty much on everything. And the Cowboys, we're definitely on TikTok. TikTok is our thing. This is where the people mess with us the most. We get to have the most fun on TikTok with like dances and stuff. So. At Cowboys, so CHOWBOYZ.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And make sure you follow me on Instagram at AO Black or Black Talk. You can reach me on Facebook at Brim Tatum. I've had an influx of friend requests on there for whatever odd reason. I'm gonna say something on there today to let everybody know something. It's been a very weird interactions a couple times this week. You can follow Wearerizeup on every platform, whether it be YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I always put the link in the bio.
So funny.
What else? You can reach me on TikTok at AO Black. You know, follow me on all social media platforms. You know what I'm saying? Stay informed what I'm doing, whether it be Black Talk business, whether it be Wearerizeup business, whether it be me playing, doing my music thing. Because I'm also a musician too, Big Rob's musician as well.
Yeah.
I know y'all heard him sneak that voice in there real quick. I know y'all heard that.
I will
So,
do it.
you know what I'm saying? Y'all make sure y'all follow Big Rob. Make sure y'all go to the support him at the Cowboys games, Mavs games, really everything. You know, this is a great man right here. I highly recommend you get to know him if you can. You know what I'm saying? He's going to drop some type of knowledge on you.
I love you, son.
I really
Thank
appreciate
you,
it, man. I love you too, man. I really appreciate this, man. I'm excited. You see, I sat here and was listening like we back at the house eating Williams. I be excited every time I get a chance to see him. So, big shout out to Al B over here at Bob Lab, man. You know, he doesn't tell me to give him a shout out when we doing episodes. I just do it just because, you know what I'm saying, he a cool dude. Very cool dude, man, over here at Bob Lab in North Dallas.
And I hope I didn't break the mic, bro.
Oh, no.
We appreciate y'all for the hospitality. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, Big Rob tearing up stuff.
And y'all blasting off my son's career, so I'm excited. I'm
really
excited. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, man, I really appreciate everybody that's supporting, man. Just keep supporting. You know what I'm saying? We doing some great things here. I believe God's gonna take this thing to a whole nother level. Yeah. You know, like I said, this is something I supposed to been got started back in 2020, and you know when COVID hit, it kind of just took me off my path a little bit. You know, but I believe when you step out on faith, and you know what I'm saying, you take that step. You know, my Pastor Preston, you know, he says, you know, when you make one step, God will make two for you, and I believe that. So
you gotta jump, take them risks, man.
Yes, sir.
That's what it's about.
Big Rob preaches that all the time. Ever since I met him, he's hey man, just go do it.
I wouldn't be here.
Y'all young,
I would not be here if I did not go. Like it was a lot of people in my ear, like, go for it. But I should, you know, thankfully I did because, you know, look, you know me. We'll talk. We'll talk.
We'll talk.
You trying to shut the show down?
Y'all have a good day, man. We appreciate everybody watching, support, man. Make sure y'all like, comment. Tell me what your favorite moment is in the show, or tell me, you know, who it is you want to see on the show. You know what I'm saying? Y'all tag some names, tag some people. You know, it don't matter what they do. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know, we'll work something out. So until next time, I'll see y'all.